What is going on, guys? Your boy Guns here, and today I'm gonna be bringing you guys my first ever sand lizard, aka the sand glizzy guide. Okay, one of the things I'm gonna go over in this video is, one, for sure I'm gonna give you guys the best setups that I believe is for mages, and then I'll also throw one in there for archer gang as well. I will go into why I feel like the sand lizards are more relevant now than they are before, because they've always been relevant, okay? Just not as, like, you know, compared to the beginning. I want to explain that why, okay? So why the sand lizards are better. Why for a lot of you guys it's more important to invest into sand lizards than everything else. And I kind of go into that. We'll also go into whether it's better to go with AoE healing on your sand lizards, aka not choosing the intense stone aura to increase the healing individually. And I'll show you guys the stats and all that. Shout out to the COD fan website, okay? Okay, so first of all, why are sand lizards so OP now? Okay, back in the day, counterattack damage wasn't a thing. Okay, well, not that much. Okay, now, back in the day, for mage mains, we would run pets like Sapphire Phaedrake, right? Seraphic, Shadow Phaedrake. Okay, so we would run a lot of these pets, and the reason why we were running them is because, I mean, they were doing some good, not necessarily doing good damage, but, like, you know, they were doing more damage because you were surviving a lot longer, because you weren't just dying from counterattack damage. Does that make sense? So as heroes came out, like Kuma Kwan and especially Joranella, Gorish Skogul was like the beginning of the taste of taking counterattack damage, right? So because of that, that's why the sand lizards are meta right now, because, like, with all the decos, all the skins, and all these buffs and all these crazy buffs that give people extra counterattack damage, is the reason why sand lizards are still meta. Now, for example, I invested in this pet called Heist the Great. Shout out Heist. This Magic Fox is absolutely amazing, okay? However, you can still yield the same merit / like sev wounds with a sand lizard, but it's gonna take you a little longer, but you're just gonna be out there longer. Does that make sense? Like, there is a trade-off. So I've said this before a million times, okay? If you're a high spender and you can put in a nice little college tuition fund per pet, then go for it, right? Go for the damage. Be that player that, you know, puts holes in lines. But if you're more like me now, where I'm more on the mid spender kind of side, this Magic Fox, I kind of just sent it. Sometimes I black out and I go into Kraken mode, but for the most part, I remain like medium spend at this point. So that's kind of the ideology that goes with there. Now, let me go ahead and show you guys the sand lizard that I recommend is meta right now, okay? And I'll explain why. Okay, now, this sand lizard here, you gotta make sure. Let me show you guys in game first. Okay, here is my first sand lizard that I'm full sending, like, investment. You can tell, right? We're talking like this is already at like $250, $300 sand lizard, roughly, right? $100, $100, 200, like 220, yeah, like, yeah, up there, like closer to 300. But anyways, you can see here I'm close to 3-star. Now, this is the sand lizard that I'm going for. Okay, and then now let me show you guys. Now, a base attribute wise, a lot of you guys send me, like, Guns, how many slots does a sand lizard need to have? Some of you guys are making the big mistake of making like continuing rolling for like an 8 slot with 270 agility, good intel. Like, you don't need an insane 8 slot to have a good sand lizard, okay? What I would recommend for 99% of you guys is to get a minimum of a 5 slot. And if it's a cracked 4 slot, possible to get it going still. Okay, and I'll explain which skills those are in the next thing that I'm going to show you guys. So minimum agility you need is 270 agility, right? That way you make sure your advanced stone aura is available to get the -2 seconds. So it'll proc every 4 seconds instead of every every 6 with the advanced stone aura, so it's really nice. 270 minimum there. You want to make sure the intel is, I would say, at least at the minimum of S tier, okay, before you can invest in it. Now, showing you guys my next picture here. Now, in order of importance of which ones go first, right? If you have a 4-slot sand lizard, you can see here, okay, the healing 3,599, and that's simulating 4 friendly legions, right? Once again, codafan.com for the war pet builder. Big shout out to that website, by the way, for continuing to update it. Anyways, 4 slots. These are the slots. This is what you want. Obviously, your talent, advanced stone aura, divine blessing, and tranquility. Okay, big shout out to Balakas, by the way. He's the one that kind of opened my eyes to like going for divine blessing better than great care, because divine blessing is going to increase your healing overall for every troop type around you. Great care is just for your own legion. Okay, so this one has a bigger impact than the great care does. Okay, so if you have a 4 bomb, boom, boom, boom. Okay. If you have a 5 bomb, add a great care. You have a 6 bomb, add outburst of rage. You have a 7 bomb, add interruption. You have an 8 bomb, add gentle breeze. Now, if you're an archer player, okay, now we're gonna go with our chain strike, bang, and then we're gonna go with our EOS chain strike, bang, and intense chain strike. Wait, what other? Oh no, you can't do intense chain strike if you have that advanced. This is good right here. Then for this one, let's see what else we can put here. We can go with like an interruption. We can go with interruption for the next one. Where is my interruption? Okay, you can go with interruption next. Now the reason why like the interruption is pretty good there, and the interruption is just gonna help essentially pet deficiency to the enemy pet. How effective this is, we still need to test it. Okay, we still need to test it. However, I've seen it show up enough in the reports, and I'm like, okay, I'll take this more than any of the other ones, like Shield Breaker and all the other that are there. Essentially, like the name of the game is trying to keep the legion alive longer, like to sustain the counterattack damage. Now the spell buff, the one that you guys saw on here earlier, okay, the spell buff, where is that one at? The spell buff. Oh, is it gentle breeze? Yeah, so gentle breeze dispels a buff effect from the target legion. So like you talking about like the Kuma, so pretty much anything that buffs those heroes, you have a chance of getting rid of that with gentle breeze. So hey, listen, a chance is a chance. Now with the new update that's coming out, that a control skill can only work every 10 seconds on the tanks, that kind of does change things for sure, right? But overall, that's what I'm showing you guys. Like that's why I recommend like the specific builds that I had on there, right? But let me go back to the mage one, right? Because I would say a lot of you guys here are mage mains. Right, get our interruption back on there, get our gentle breeze back on there. Now, when it comes to the last 3, guys, when it comes to the last 3 skills, like you can get creative, man. And, like if you want to put poison gland, shield breaker, and like something else here to kind of help you out a little bit more, you can do that too. It's perfectly fine. But the main bread and butter is these 3 skills: divine blessing, tranquility, great care, and obviously the advanced stone aura. Those are the must-haves. The 5, 6, or sorry, the 6, 7, and 8, you can get creative with that based off what you want more for your march. Okay, now the next question that I get often: guns. How can I get, or should I go for intense stone aura? So what intense stone aura does, let me show you guys over here in game. What intense stone aura does is it increases the healing by a lot. Okay, like 40, 30 for whatever gets the logo. Low guns math. Screw you guys. Anyways, intense stone aura, right? This only heals your legion. So when you look at the numbers in the website, you want to go with AoE healing because it's more overall healing. So it's essentially like a healing tent of sand lizards. You don't want to trap them to be towards that one individual sand lizard. You want it to be for all of them, right? So, and I'll show you guys what those numbers look like. Okay. Here is the numbers of the healing for 4 friendly legions around is 4 on here. So the overall healing here is 3,439. Now, if you add intense stone aura, the healing decreases. So like your individual healing increases, but your overall healing decreases. Does that make sense? Now, if we were to put this in the calculator side by side and put one legion, yeah, obviously the intense stone aura is gonna heal. It's gonna have more healing. But once you add the friendly legion surrounding, and you get rid of and you keep that there, that's where you get the difference of 1340 to 3,439. I mean, you're just healing way more troops, so that's why overall it's better. And bro, that intense stone aura skill is very expensive. Okay, so that's why it's better to go there. So now I've showed you guys you know, I showed you guys like why sand lizards are more relevant now than they were back in the day, because I know that there's gonna be people like, I told you, sand lizards. Right? It's like, all right, brother, relax. Back in the day, counterattack wasn't as bad, so we went for more damage builds. Now counterattack damage with the addition of decorations increases that gap of just dying to counterattack damage. Even for me at 57.8% deco, I still suffer from counterattack damage. So trust me, I get it. All right, so build those sand lizards up to help some of you guys be able to compete more in the field. Okay, I even showed you guys the archer one. Those of you guys that know, I've been an archer player for coming up on 3 years almost of playing archer. So I showed you guys a sand lizard build there. And I told you guys the slots, the minimum needed for agility is for 270 agility, intelligence at least S tier, right? Everything else, sure, you want more strength, you want more espíritu, more spirit, yes, more is always better. Okay, but what I'm trying to tell you guys is to help you guys, because I understand that regenning a sand lizard is not the easiest of things to do. Trust me, I know plenty of you guys watching this video got cooked, so I get it, trust me. So there you have it, guys. Those are my builds there. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Look, and before I leave, I'm gonna say it, okay, for those of you guys that are in the early seasons, yes, invest in sand lizards. Why would you invest in a sapphire when down the road you're gonna be like, what, like you're gonna use like, you know, 7 ambers on it and end up using a sand lizard that has no ambers? You know what I mean? Like, I'm trying to help you guys, set you guys up for success. That way you guys don't waste your time the way that I did the past 2.5 years, 3.5 years now, however long I've been playing this game. So anyways, guys, if you guys enjoyed this video, drop a like on the video. Definitely helps you out. This way helps me out a ton, and you guys, I want to see, keeps me going. Also, if you're not subscribed to the channel, guys, we are over 10,000 subscribers. We're on a road to 1 million subscribers. You know how we do it around here. Hit that sub button, turn on the bell notification, lets you guys know when I go live or drop a new video, guys. Until next time, it's your boy Guns, and I'm out. Peace, y'all.